Welcome to today's encouragement. Several years ago, my son had moved away and was living in a different state, and he called me and he said, "Dad, I'm at Walmart and I've locked my keys in my car." Well, it was the evening, it was getting darker, and I was like, "Oh no, my goodness, can you call someone to take you to your apartment and get your keys and for your car and bring them back?" He said, "No, because my apartment key is on my key ring." And so we talked about different options of roadside assistance, calling his insurance company, and he was walking around the car and looking for them. And he stopped and he said, "I don't see my keys anywhere, like on the seat or on the floorboard." And again, it's getting dark and it's hard to see. And then all of a sudden he stopped and said, "Oh, wait, here they are." And I said, "What do you mean here they are? Where are they?" He said, "They're right here on the parking lot. I guess when I got out of my car, they fell out of my lap onto the parking lot and I found them." And so it was a great relief. But it's a funny story because it reminds me so often how we miss the obvious. Have you noticed that? For instance, I'll be thinking, "Where are my glasses?" And they're right here on my face. Or I'm walking around looking for my phone and it's in my hand. Or I can stand in front of the refrigerator opening the door and I can ask my wife, like, "Hey, where's the ketchup?" And she'll point, "It's right there," and it's there on the door. And so it's funny how we so often, or at least I so often, miss the obvious. And that's never more truer than when we're thinking about our own lives, that we so miss the obvious of who we are. I don't mean the flaws and the failures and the weaknesses and the things that go wrong that we've done wrong, the mistakes we've made. Those are so clear. And it's interesting how we see that so frequently, but what we don't see is the good that we bring to circumstances, to relationships, to family, to work, to school, that wherever we are, there's good that we're bringing, and it's obvious, but we don't see it. One of the reasons I think that's true is because some of what we do is just normal for us. It's like we don't see it because I do that all the time. I'm have that character trait all the time that I just do that, or we don't see it. We're not trained and taught to be self-aware as children, and so we just don't see it. Of course, then there's that harsh reality. We live in a critical world, and you've noticed that criticisms last and linger in our minds so much more than a compliment. At least I'm more prone to dismiss a compliment and hold on to a criticism, and it's so powerful, and it lasts, and it just stays there. And so as time goes by, layer after layer of not knowing, of being criticized and just totally dismissing the possibilities of what may be good inside of me, I just ignore that and never pay attention to the obvious fact that there is things that I bring to this world that's very, very good and helpful and beneficial. But I'm totally blow past it and miss it altogether. I'm sure that's true about you as well. Hey, listen, your family, your parents, your children, your friends, your team members, your coworkers, your boss, your community, your neighbors, we need you to bring that good, that best, that life that lives inside of you that's been covered up. We need you to bring that to our world. We're in desperate need of people who will live out their best lives. That's one of the things I enjoy about Jesus and his teaching and his life was I noticed how he was always calling people away from their darkness and their past and their mistakes and their failures and their weaknesses. He invited them away from that because Jesus saw so much good that was in people that no one else saw, that they themselves missed, and they lived in their darkness of what they failed at rather than what they were created to be. So whether it was a prostitute or a tax collector that everyone judged and looked down upon, or if it's just that normal person, that mom or that fisherman, that they all had flaws and failures, yes, but he said, "Oh, you're so much more than that. God created you for more than that." And so I hope that you will discover that's true about you. That today you will discover and pursue the obvious, that which lives inside of you that's been covered up by layers of your past, by the criticisms of others, by your own lack of self-awareness, and truly discover the life that you were created to live. That's so much more than what you're living now. Well, I appreciate you watching and sharing this with friends. And together, listen, together we can discover the lives that we were created to live. Thanks for watching.